If you've tried turning on a flat corner before, then you know how intimidating it can be when you start to feel your front tire wash out, especially if you're used to riding on the street and you're used to just having full traction. But in the dirt, or especially on gravel, why is it so much harder to prevent the front wheel from washing out? Well, the first mistake is that your body position probably isn't right. You see, if you're just a new rider, or if you're used to riding a street bike, then you're used to just being in a relaxed position. But what this does is it doesn't put enough weight on the front end to weight the front tire, and if there's not enough weight on the front tire, you're not going to have as much traction. So when there's more weight on the front tire, this compresses the rubber, so it basically puts more rubber to the ground, and that's what helps give you that planted feel, that more traction. So try scooting up towards your tank on the seat, and this should help give you more traction and help prevent the front tire from wanting to slide out from under you. Another mistake is if you use too much front brake. And maybe this has caused you to not want to use the front brake because the front tire either wants to wash out on you, or you think you're going to do an endo. Having proper control over your front brake is just important as having control over your throttle. So if you're trying to slow down quickly, especially when you're on a turn, you need to ease on the throttle. A lot of people, they tend to stab at the brake, whether it's the front or the rear, but if you stab at the front brake, this loads up the tire too quickly. It doesn't allow the weight to transfer forward and get that extra traction like I was saying earlier. It locks it up too quickly. The tire can't contain, it can't slow down the bike fast enough because it doesn't have the traction. So what does it do? Well, it wants to lock up or just slide right out. So if you're using the front brake, which is where most of your braking power is, then you need to ease onto the brake. It doesn't have to take several seconds, but it's just that first initial bite, that first initial grabbing of the front brake, that's the most important. You want to ease it on, and you can gradually give it more braking pressure as you weight the front end. And then the third big mistake that doesn't give you as much traction on flat corners, so both wheels want to wash out, is not putting your weight over both of the tires. So if you're used to riding a street bike, then you may be used to being neutral or even kind of leaned over on the bike while going around a corner. Well, for a dirt biking technique, it's pretty much just the opposite. So when you're taking a left-hand turn, you want to have your butt shifted over to the right. So the bike is leaned over like this, and if you stay neutral on the bike, then you're sitting on the bike like this, and the weight is over where the bike isn't. So if you shift your butt over like this, that gets more weight onto the tires, and this gives you more traction, which helps prevent the tire from sliding out, the front or the rear. And if you want to learn more basic techniques so that you have better traction, better control, better balance on your dirt bike, I want to give you a free guide. It's my basic techniques guide. You can get it at motocrosshideout.com/free lessons, or click the link in the description below. This is Kelly Fager from Motocross Hideout. Learn more, ride more, so that you can stay safe and have fun for many years to come.